gathered for our regional scale study. Though this data is used in for the local scale assessment, and this as runout modeling is also considered. So this is the vulnerability map of for the site specific area of the Halti Lake. Halti Lake is basically sorry, I cannot introduce that study area. Halti Lake was that was developed during 1980 by a huge rock avalanche, and they also created a beautiful lake, which is nowadays very good picnic point and very suitable site for the fishing, and renowned for its scenic beauty in the Gaza district. So you can see the vulnerability map of this Halti Lake. This vulnerability analysis, a systematic approach is used for the vulnerability assessment based on the hazard scenarios. You can see the map 46 meter square area lies in the very high vulnerable zone, medium vulnerability, and also the area which is lying in the low vulnerability. So is calculated. This is calculated in RGS by zoning the vulnerability level of the area. And finally, integrating with the hazard assessment, the risk map for the study area is calculated. And the risk map shows 165,000. There are total of 165 are lying in the medium risk, and 9 houses are lying on the very high hazard risk, high risk. 72%, 3% are lying in the very. So you can see the categorization, how many the persons for each house are calculated, and their vulnerability level and risk level is also calculated during the modeling. For the second scenario, the second release area is considered. You can see the simulation. In the second scenario, as in the first, you notice that the flowing volume was almost 95,000 meter cube, but in this scenario, you can see it is rising to 1,1500. And same for the first scenario, as we did, we shifted that data to the RGS and calculated the vulnerability of the area. And this is the risk map based on the second scenario. And second scenario, you can see at low risk 149 houses. When from the second, if we compare this this second scenario with the first scenario, in that scenario, 165 houses were lying in the low risk, but the low risk level is decreasing and the high risk level is increasing. You can see the 40%. It means average per person in the average person in the house is 8. So you can see the level of risk is increasing in the second scenario. In third scenario, as both the release area was considered. So you can see the simulation is also increasing. And here you can see the flowing momentum of the area. It is almost near about to the 2 lakh meter cube. This is the hazard map for the third scenario. You can see down in the channel, this very medium to high risk. And in the alluvial fan, as we discussed in the regional scale study, which basically the risk is lying in the alluvial fan and the hazard is lying in the catchment area. So you can see also in this map, the catchment, you can see here the eroded material, and due to these volume or these hydrological conditions, there is high hazard in the catchment area, and risk is in the alluvial fans. This is the vulnerability. This is the risk for the alluvial fan, vulnerability and then risk. So here you can see by categorizing into different vulnerability zone, you can see the vulnerability level with third scenario has increases to the high level. So this work is under review. So conclusion. And despite the scientific advancement in the identification, prediction, investigation, mitigation, and warning, landslide and debris flow work is still increasing in many developed countries like Pakistan. So Pakistan, the northern area of the Pakistan is very prone to these hazards, especially landslide and debris flow. So this area is as I mentioned earlier, this Pakistan is ranked at 7 in the climate change. So these events are frequently increasing in the northern Pakistan. So this area nearly need the risk mitigation and early warning system for these hazards. So by providing this map for the landslide and risk assessment of these events, so we can use the mitigation strategies and early warning system for the study area. And the scenario-based maps at local scale will serve as a tool for the preparation and implementation of debris flow mitigation measure to avoid the expected fatalities and injuries in the area. And the basic objective, which I think is the main use is for the further researcher, is that this methodology will suggest the new researcher that how you can cover the data limitation and the data for region and the further work. Recommendation, the temporal landslide imagery, as I already mentioned, that one of the main reason for the specific or the precise analysis in the data poor countries is that we don't have a temporal record of the landslide. So I will recommend that each and every landslide and debris flow should be recorded properly and should be noted, and images and data collection, damages, these should all be organized in the proper method to provide the temporal data for the landslide, and that will be high use for the further researcher. And the other is comprehensive assessment of debris flow, considering the climate change scenario, assess in preparedness and land use planning, developing effective early warning system, mitigation, and adaptation measures. These are very necessary. And long-term monitoring of selected high-risk landslide and debris flow to contribute for the early warning system. This is very crucial in the all developing countries like Pakistan, and especially in the study area. And one thing I would like to mention, that we cannot stop these hazards, but one thing we can do, we can provide such strategies by which the damages can be reduced. So it is very urgent in the study area. And thank you for your attention. If you have any questions regarding the research, you can ask. Yes, 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 yes. I have read. Thank you, Shab. I have read. Yes, basically, one reason for selecting the ramps for the runout simulation, this is the basic main thing is that we can easily transport. These maps are transported to the RGS. You can transport. There are some few steps which can I suggest after this presentation, and you will transport these as a shape file to the RGS, and you can utilize this data in the RGS. This is the specialty of the ramps that you can utilize this data in the RGS. You can transport the data.